Hi guys, Pete here from Outside Creations, and today we're going to be looking at the Manfrotto 502 head with the MVT535AQ legs. We've been looking over YouTube and we couldn't really find many in-depth videos of this tripod. We've been meaning to upgrade for a while, so we just bought it and thought we'd do it for you. So as this is just a quick overview of the tripod, I'm going to show you a few different features just in quick detail so you can see if this might be the tripod for you. The 502 tripod can really hold most cameras, so we use small sort of compact DSLRs for filming with, so GH5s, A7Ss, but you can use anything up to sort of a stripped down Red, so it does have a lot of capability of what it can hold. The reason we went for this tripod is because we wanted more control over the drag of the panning, because on our old tripod we couldn't control that drag, so it was quite sort of jittery as we were tracking moving subjects. The tripod costs about £400, which is really good value for money, we think, considering how sturdy it is. It's a Manfrotto product, so it's going to last you years. Okay, so starting on the head, this is the 502, and the quick sort of features are, you've got a 75mm bowl head, and you can adjust that. So if your legs aren't quite level, you can just loosen off this bolt down here, level it up with a little bubble here, and then you should be straight. So we've obviously got the panning fluid system, so you can tighten that up and you're going to pan much slower. You need to put a bit more effort in to get those pans, and then loosen that off, you get much twitchier movements. We've also got the tilt here, so you can sort of tighten that up as well if you need it, and loosen that off if you want to make quick twitchier movements. The plate it takes is the Manfrotto 500p long, I think it's pronounced, and that fits onto the top. It's also got this little quick release feature. So once your camera is clipped in, if the side here gets loosened off where you clamp it in, it will stop the whole plate flying off and your camera gets smashed into 1,000 bits. We've also got the actual lockouts. So to lock off the pan is at the front here, and to lock off the tilt is on the side here. One thing that was a bit annoying that we found after using the tripod a bit is that the lock off at the front here for the pan is kind of awkward to reach when you're operating the camera, so it would have been nice to have it at the back, but I'm sure there was a reason that the guys at Manfrotto couldn't do that. So moving on to the legs, the MVT535AQ, super catchy name. Yeah, really impressed by these. I mean, they are just tripod legs. They've got 4 sections. Yeah, they're made out of aluminium, these ones we have here, so they are a bit chunky. They do sort of have some weight to them, but when you've got the tripod sort of locked down, they're super stable. We haven't experienced any flexing or anything like that. And it really does fold in, really compact. You can sort of spread the legs out a bit further. If you push here at the back of the tripod, bring it up and then push down. And you can see now this leg is almost going at 90 degrees to the head. So this means you can get some super low down shooting angles, which is absolutely perfect if you want to get sort of some more interesting shots rather than just being at eye height all the time. The feet on this tripod, you can hardly see it right now because we're full of sand, but there's a little system here where you can pull these out, you can screw them in, and it will actually expose like a small metal spike. So if you're shooting on mud or wood or something like that, you can actually kind of ram your tripod into it. But if you're shooting in a house or in a corporate event and you don't want to tear the floor to pieces, you can have a little rubber buffer to do that instead. One thing we were super pleased with this tripod and leg combo is the height you can get. So at full extension, it goes up to 185 centimeters, which is actually a bit taller than me. It's kind of hard to see into the camera, but that's awesome if you're shooting over crowds. It'll also go really small. I think it goes to about 37 centimeters off the ground, which is actually way lower than lots of smaller, cheaper tripods. In terms of transport, it also folds down really nice and easily, fits into a small little bag you can throw over your shoulder, and yeah, you can just get it anywhere you want. So I hope this video has been helpful. You've seen the tripod in a bit more detail now. You might think it's for you, you might not. Sorry I've been rushing it. You can see probably in real time how quickly the sun's been setting behind me. Any questions about the tripod, drop them below. If you could subscribe, that'd really help us as well. And until next time, we'll see you guys.